freshman year was 2013, so my coach was Mickey Matthews. He recruited me, his staff did, and then Coach Withers came in, and I got 2 years with him, and then my senior year was the championship year with Houston. That first year he was there, and then after that I was a GA for 2 years, and then Houston went to ECU, I believe, and Coach Cignetti came in, and I was about a semester away from finishing my grad program, and if I would have left, I would have had to kind of restart, and I didn't really want to do that, so I stuck it out and got to be with Coach Cignetti and his staff for a few years as an analyst. So I got about 8.5 to 9 years in Harrisonburg, Virginia. So I also coached at Bridgewater College, which is right down the road. So, definitely love the Valley, and it's been a blessing to me, and would love to get back there. I'm going back for a few games this season. So.
Are you going back for the Weber State game?
We are going back. I know I'm going to homecoming. I know I'm going to App State, and there is another one. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. My wife knows. She handles all the planning because I'm pretty bad at it, but maybe. Who knows?
So I'm going to ask some questions about JMU in general too, but then also the one I'm very curious on, because you played tight end at JMU, right?
I came in as a quarterback.
Okay.
And then when Coach Withers got there, I was a quarterback his first year behind Vad. And then that off season, we had a conversation, and essentially the quarterback position, my traits were not good for what we were trying to do. I'm no Vad Lee for sure. But he was like, I think we have a spot at tight end. And I moved there, and it was a grinding experience that junior year, actually having to not wear the red jersey anymore in practice and actually play real football. But it was an awesome experience. I wouldn't change anything for the world.
So with that experience being a quarterback, then a tight end, how does that prepare you to be an offensive coordinator for Hanover?
Well, as a quarterback, especially as a young quarterback, you're more focused on what the receivers are doing and what the DBs are doing. You might have a little bit idea of what the offensive line's doing, but that first camp, you're just trying to throw it to the right, make sure we're on the right page, and then kind of moving into. So I had that, and then moving into kind of playing tight end and learning more about scheme and like run blocking stuff, all that stuff was really beneficial for me as a future coach. And then obviously getting to be a part of all of those different staffs and all of those different assistant coaches. There's a lot of them that I kind of have taken pieces from in terms of my philosophy. Damian Wroblewski, definitely. Drew Maringer, my sophomore year, he was a quarterback coach. He's an awesome dude. And even into the Houston staff, Donnie Kirkpatrick, a lot of the same stuff I still use, still call it the same stuff. So having that broad range of coaching staffs and playing experiences kind of helps you.
How would you describe your offensive coordinator style, your play calling style now at Hanover? How would you describe it? Is it more Donnie Kirkpatrick, or is it more high tempo with what you guys were doing with Withers?
I do. It's a lot. I love to go fast. In order to go fast, you got to have smart players, and you got to simplify it for them a little bit. And I think it really puts defenses into stress. I would say I'm moving more towards kind of what we were doing with Cignetti in terms of kind of the motions and the formations and all that stuff. But I think if you look at a lot of different offensive coordinators, everybody's trying to get an edge, and formationing and motioning and tempo and all that stuff, slows fast defenses down. Like, they have to stop and think. If we can get them to stop and think, now it's an even playing field.
Do you have any Mickey Matthew-isms?
Ooh, Mickey Matthew-isms. Let me think here. Gosh, that was so long. It was 12 years ago. Old now.
Or even Withers or Houston. You have run the gauntlet of JMU coaches in a way. I don't think another player has experienced all of those coaches. So if there's a funny saying from it, we've heard some crazy stuff from Curt Cignetti while he's up at a podium. He compares Alonzo Barnett to a golfer who can't hit a golf ball. You hear some crazy stuff from Withers as well. Is there a saying from any of the coaches then?
I would say from Mickey, he always used to tell us at the end of practice, race cars don't run on kerosene. Fuel your body right. Withers had a bunch. I would say that the biggest thing I remember about Coach Withers is that there was a standard, and if you did not meet up to that standard, it was going to be addressed, and addressed in front of everybody, which is good sometimes. And then with Coach Houston, my biggest memory of Coach Houston is that North Dakota State speech when we were in Fargo and we were all about ready to run through the brick wall.
At home, we were ready to run through a brick wall because they played I think that whole run, they played every one of his pregame speeches. Before a finals, I would hit play on the YouTube ESPN clips and I'd be like, all right, I'm ready to go get an 80 on this final. Let's go.
Definitely inspire a group. And, I think with all of them, there's always, things that you really love as a player and a coach, and things that, I don't really know why he's doing it, but I think that is a testament to the earlier question. Like, as a young player and a future coach, like, you're observing all what the coaches are doing because that's what you want to be, and you're going to take things that you like and things that you like, and it's going to be in your philosophy. The things that you don't, figure out another way. I think there's always another way to do things. It's always just kind of based on who you are as a person.